WWE has prepared a new contract for Rhea Ripley. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Alina. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The WWE Women's Division has many valuable elements, but one wrestler stands out from all others. Former WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. The Australian star, who turns 28 today, has proved his skills in the ring not only during the 380 days of title reign. First with Judgment Day and now in the Terror Twins, he knows how to make a difference. Her title reign, as anticipated, lasted over a year. From WrestleMania 39, when she tore the belt from Charlotte Flair in one of the most beautiful matches that the women's division has offered, until shortly after WrestleMania XL. There she had to vacate the title due to a shoulder injury that kept her out of the game for several months. So that title has never really lost it, and since she returned from the accident, has tried in every way to take back what belonged to her. Her contract with the company is now close to expiration, but WWE has clearly expressed its intention not to let slip an athlete of his caliber and important news about his position. To make public the P-Winsider Light paid content was ringside news. The new contract should. The conditional is mandatory in these cases. Bind the Eradicator for another 5 years with a significant wage increase, further consolidating its leadership of the Monday Night Raw Women's Locker Room. Update on Rhea Ripley's future. Rhea Ripley is currently engaged in a very heated rivalry with Liv Morgan, which also includes Dominic Mysterio, and after Bad Blood, also the returning Raquel Rodriguez. Rivalry that could have ended in WWE Bad Blood, but that an arbitrarian error may have put into question and therefore still could go on, especially given the new graph represented by Rodriguez. On the occasion of WWE Bad Blood 2024, there was to be the match made of the reckoning between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, with the two that already chase for several weeks, because the Mommy wants back its title that is made vacant for injury, but also wants to take revenge after Dominic Mysterio betrayed her in favor of Liv at SummerSlam. Unfortunately, the dispute of the last WWE PLE disappointed many fans. Not so much for the quality of the fight that the two proposed us, but more because it was too focused on the figure of Dominic Mysterio, for the occasion was also hung over the ring after being locked in a cage, with the Australian wrestler who wanted to avoid his interference. The problem is that at one point he got free by falling out of the cage, but hanging upside down with his ankle trapped in a chain that held him, making Rhea's throat after he gave the champion a very painful riptide on the floor outside of the ring, instead of finishing the match and taking the title from the two faces. He brought her back to the ring, told the referee to wait a second, and took a kendo stick and started hitting Dom upside down. While all this was happening, with Liv passed out in the square waiting for her fate, from behind Rhea came Raquel Rodriguez, who attacked her, although unfortunately the production handled badly the frame, and nothing was seen because of the cage. The Texan triggered the disqualification when seen by the referee, making completely useless what she did 2 seconds later. She brought Rhea Ripley to the ring, put Liv Morgan on her for the pinning, and then found herself confused looking around, not understanding that the disqualification had been triggered and that the final bell had been activated, and therefore you could no longer pin. In short, evening to forget for this feud, even if now we have to understand how a story that is not over. The new contract. During an interview with Casual Conversations, Mommy herself wanted to talk about these overstated behaviors, saying, "I've been doing that pinning since I was just a little girl in Australia. I just kept doing it. They called it pin over there, and I thought it was funny. When I started doing it in WWE, people started talking about it, and I said to myself, oh, I'll keep doing it then. Regarding the stink face, adopted for example in a recent clash with Nia Jax at a live event, the wrestler said, "The stink face was an experiment of the moment to see how far I could go. I spoke a little bit in advance, but I didn't know how comfortable I would feel at that moment. I remember thinking a lot about that moment, but in the end I told myself that I would just do it. Once I had it, I felt a little embarrassed because I didn't know what I was doing.